All right, what's up, homeboys and homegirls? It's your favorite coach, Coach Jakes. Here to give you a little tips on significant figures. It's my first time doing this, so I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my stuff. All right, anyways, significant figures. If you're taking chemistry, especially at an advanced level, then your teachers probably said something about significant figures. I'm just gonna give you a quick video to help you better identify what they are. All right, so what is a significant figure? I mean, well, the word significant means important, and the figures represent the digits. So in a measurement, right, because that's where significant figures come from. These come from measurements. A lot of times we as teachers forget to say this part, but we come from measurements. All right. So how do you identify a significant figure? Identifying. All right. There's only two things you need to focus on. Number one thing you got to focus on: any number or any digit that isn't a zero. All right. If the number is not a zero, that is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. All of these are all significant. All right. So if you see a number like, I don't know, 432.5, all of these are not zero. So all of these are significant. So you have 4 sig figs, right? And so this part is really easy. So then the issue comes in when you start dealing with zeros, right? What about the zeros? I don't know if that should have an E or not. I don't care. We're going to leave it like that. All right. Zeros are insignificant unless they fall in one of two categories, right? If the zero is in between significant figures. So like right here, we have 432.5. If that number was instead 400, oh no, that's at 40,000. Do that, 40,302.05, right? Well, we already know the 4, 3, 2, and 5 are significant because they are not zero, but you see how that 0, and that 0, see how they are in between significant numbers? All right, so if they are in between sig figs, then they also become significant, right? So instead of just having 1, 2, 3, 4, now you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So on this one, there are 7 sig figs. So for zeros, if they are in between significant digits or significant figures, then that makes them significant also. All right. Another case is if there is a decimal. Okay. So that's not true. If it's a decimal and the digits are to the right of the decimal. So like let's just take this same framework right here, right? So we already got 40302.05, right? And let's just add like 2 zeros here. Okay, you say, well, what is the use of these zeros? We call these trailing zeros. Okay, and again, these came from a measurement. So we measured something, and the instrument was so precise that we could get all the way down to this place value here. All right, now you see this joint right here, right? See that joint, that decimal? All right, that decimal works wonders, right? Because we already know that 4, 3, 2, and 5 are significant, right? We know that this 0 between the 4 and 3, the 0 between the 3 and 2, and the 0 between the 2 and 5 are also significant. So then that leads us to question these 2 zeros here. All right, these are what we call trailing zeros because they trail the other numbers. They're at the end, right? If you see a decimal, right, like we see right here, then that makes these trailing zeros significant also. All right, so how many sig figs would you count here then? 1, 2, 3, 4 that are not 0. 1, 2, 3 that are, that's 7. Plus these 2 trailing zeros, that's 8 and 9. So this one would have 9 sig figs. All right, now if there are zeros in the front, this is a bonus. If there are zeros in the front, does not matter. Those zeros are never significant. All right, I guess you can call these leading zeros and call those trailing. Leading zeros are never, ever, never, ever significant. They are never significant. Okay, so if I can give you another example, excuse me. So let me go 0.00400302, right? Again, we see this decimal right here. So the decimal would make trailing zeros significant. But if you look here, there are no trailing zeros. These up here are leading zeros. They are not significant, even though there is a decimal. Why? Because they are leading. They are in the front. They are not in the back. All right, so right here, you would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 significant figures. All right, man, if that helps you out a little bit, like the video, leave me a comment. If you got other questions that you'd like for me to solve, put them down there and I'll do my best. It's Coach Jakes. Make sure you follow, share this with your friends. I guess I could put my face, but I ain't gonna do it this time. Peace.